As you work with the law of visualization, it's important to keep in mind that the brain technically does not know the difference between what is real and what is not real. And that can translate into a lot of advantages for us human beings. If the brain can't determine the difference between what's real and not real, it means that if you send it a signal, the same neurotransmitters will be released, the same interneural connections will be made, the certain types of genes will be up leveled, and so forth. Everything that happens as a chemical process in the body will continue to happen even if the event that precipitated it is not real. So that's the benefit of imagining or fantasizing or visualizing something. You actually bypass the ego. You bypass that mechanism that's constantly sending fear, doubt, worry, disapproval, insecurities, and so forth. You're able to bypass that and get to that place where you have a higher vibration, where you create an entire reality. And if you think about it, as mentioned, when you are visualizing something, or when you're daydreaming or you're fantasizing, relaxation and calm comes over you when you're visualizing or fantasizing something that's pleasant. And in that moment, you become consumed with that fantasy, and you are actually, it has been shown through scientific inquiry that people are lowering their blood pressure. People are de-stressing. The body is detoxing and letting go. Energy centers are being open. Energy is being shifted. So I say all of this to say to you that the power of visualization is not something to take lightly. I have been visualizing for some years now, but within the last year I have done it repeatedly, almost on a daily basis. And the things that are on my vision board and the things that I visualize up here, they happen. I look up one day and I'm tarot reading at a distance on a regular basis. I look up another day, I have many people involved in my online courses because I visualized it. I visualized it. I visualized it. I brought it to life. I created it in the ethers where everything is created. You first create what it is you want in the ethers. You imagine it. You feel good about it. When you're in the ethers, when you're in your state of imagination, there is no doubt in you whatsoever. You go back to that inner child who would dream of the fairy tale land and get caught up in that before his or her parents would snatch him or her out of that space and tell him to get to work and do something else, and that's not how life works. And then suddenly your whole little world, or your fantasy world, which is really real in a manner of speaking, is broken down, and you're introduced to this dense place where people hurt and where there's pain and people believe that they can't accomplish their dreams. So feel into it, believe it, know that each time you visualize and you get centered and grounded in that place, that you bypass the very part of you that is set up almost on autopilot to sabotage you. So once you visualize, then when you come out of that visualization, just make sure you don't send any counter frequencies. The other thing I want you to do as a part of your visualization, some of us are very musically inclined. Music is something that allows us to spiritually ascend, especially if you connect with music and you thrive through music. It brings up emotion, and emotion is so key to bringing things from the ethers into your physical world and having things to manifest in form. It's so critical to helping us to form the sacred union between spirit and matter, that when you can use it consciously to your advantage, it amplifies the effects exponentially. So find that song that you like, or that beat that you like, that makes you feel so jazzed up and so powerful that you just know that if you listen to that song while you go through that visualization, you feel on fire. You feel like Superman or Superwoman or Wonder Woman or Bionic Woman, whatever. You feel like out of this world. When you come out of the visualization, if you have done a good job, you will feel happy. You will feel light. You will be full of positive emotion. You will feel like you have cleared something in your energy field. So, as you're visualizing, if you can do it in the morning, right before you wake up, and actually get moving, do it then. If not, and you can do it at night before you go to bed, do it that way. But try to find some time during the day to take a few moments to do it, even if you're sitting in your car and you're parked in the parking lot, or you're going out to the park for lunch, or to a seated area outside and you're in nature. Wherever you are, use all of the resources you have, bring them with you to expand your ability to really connect with that visual. You can do them outside as well, because you have the nature, you have the biological energy of Earth to also amplify them. If depending upon where you are in the moon cycle, I know currently where I am right now, we are a couple of days away from the full moon. So this is an amazing time to use the energy of the full moon to amplify the visualization. All right. So again, if you're someone that functions well with tactile things and you want to bring your crystals around, if you're someone that likes to go into a meditative state, if you're someone that needs the body to feel fueled and you need to exercise or do some yoga or do some jumping jacks before you sit down and get started, if you need to do some deep breathing, if you need to take your shoes off and walk outside, whatever it is that you need to do to bring additional power to the visualization, know that you will only aid yourself by doing that visualization, okay? And fully step into it. Fully believe, fully enjoy. Just enjoy and let it run away from you. And practice, practice, practice. Take the same visualization, or the one that you decide is the most meaningful to you, and continue to repeat that visualization over and over and over again. Make visualization a very integral part of your life, and you will not be sorry.